Hey guys, we're into the pushes. That is the first upper body movement that we're going to do today. The pushes are essentially in a bodyweight workout program are going to be your press-ups. Press-ups is the primary movement we're going to use for pushes. There are other ways you can push because we can do pushes overhead and at different angles. But being a bodyweight program, the push you're going to use most of the time will be a press-up. So we're going to use the press-up. I'm going to show you the press-up. There's many different ways to do a press-up. You can make them harder, you can make them easier. I'm going to show you a nice standard press up and I'm going to show you a few variations to make it easier, and I might show you a few variations to make it harder as well. For the press up you need to be down on the floor, and the first thing we're going to do is set up the hands. So the hands can be in all sorts of different positions, and whenever you do a workout we'll tell you where your hands need to be. So we might tell you to do a close press up, we might tell you to do a wide press up, we might tell you to do an offset press up. We will tell you what to do. For the purpose of this video, we're going to give you a normal press up, a standard shoulder width hand grip. So we're going to put those down, and then the next thing you do is onto your toes. If you look at me, you'll notice that my hands are below my chest. So in line with my sternum. What they're not is right out in front of my body, because what we're trying to do when we come down, and I'm going to show you in a second against the wall, is get into an arrow position. So we're not in a T, we're in an arrow. If I show you against that wall now, I'll show you the difference and how they look. So that would be the proper position to be in. Elbow, head, elbow, create an arrow. The incorrect position to be in would be hands slightly too forward, elbows up around the ears. That T position, that will limit your range of motion. We've already spoken about range of motion and effectiveness of exercise. So you want a nice full range of motion, dropping the hands down. We'll use the biggest muscles, so your chest. You will also use your shoulders and your triceps. The biggest muscle is the chest, so you want to utilise that. You want to get your hands down in line with your sternum, unless we tell you otherwise. We may tell you otherwise on exercises, but for the purpose of most press-ups you do, it's in line with the sternum. So let's go into that position. Let me give you a nice standard press-up. Difficulty scale, this is somewhere in the middle. Okay, so a normal bodyweight press-up, and then I'll give you the easier options first. So hands, where they need to be, up onto your toes. What you want is your core nice and tight as well. So you don't want to be sagging down, giving yourself too much pressure on your lower back, and you don't want to be bum in the air, pushing your weight off your core and onto your hands too much. So neutral, heel, hips, head, straight line, okay? What you then do, take a nice deep breath in, to the floor and drive up. Okay, hopefully I stayed nice and flat when I did that. I felt like I was putting my core in, so you're dragging your belly button up towards your spine. And you're coming all the way down, all the way up. Half press-ups, not really great. I'd rather you go to an easier variation than do a limited range of motion. So I'd rather 10 press-ups on your knees than 10 just going halfway down. It's all about the range of motion. I'm going to show you how to make it easier now. So the press-ups on the knees that I just spoke about, you're still trying to stay from the knee to the head in a straight line. So cross your feet. Push your weight forward over your hands, and we're still going in that arrow position, all the way down, core still tight. It's going to take some of it off the core. That is the easier variation. You can go one back from that again. If you can't do that with a full range of motion, you can do a box press up. So here, again, that'll take even more pressure off your core and some weight off the hands. And coming down. Still using the same muscles upper body wise, you're just making it a little bit easier, allowing you to do the range of motion that we're asking for. To make the press up harder, so if we're ever trying to make the press up harder, and like I said, we will normally give you where your hands are going to go, but coming closer will make it harder, offset will make it harder, just doing the press up quicker will make it harder. So if we're going for speed and intensity, which is what we always like, still get full range of motion, but you get that intensity up, okay? There are a million different ways to do a press up. We will always tell you which variation you're doing, and we'll give you a demo of what you're doing. Have a practice now, work on keeping your core tight, work on full range of motion. If you're struggling, take a video, post it in the group, I'll critique it, I'll tell you how to improve, and I'll see you in the next video.